5 projects, almost 12,000 hours invested.
145 direct impacts and 435 indirect impacts.
Over 1 million media impressions.
56 lives empowered and over €58,000 in revenue.
But at Enactus DCU, the numbers can't capture the true value and impact we have on the empowerees like Christina.
Imagine living in a world where your voice is not heard. This struggle affects so many different people.
This year, based on our values of listen, enact, scale, and sustain, we have helped people find their voice, tell their story, and make themselves heard.
Hands up here who fears public speaking. Lads. For many of us, public speaking is a huge phobia. Yet each and every one of us has a story to tell, but many of us are afraid to tell it.
So how could you think about this fear as an opportunity? Well, the answer is easy. Speak Easy, one of our most exciting projects to date. Speak Easy is a social enterprise that develops public speaking skills in a fun, creative, and supportive way. It's a 6-week program which empowers participants to overcome their fears of public speaking and encourage to embrace the opportunity to speak in front of an audience.
Our needs assessment revealed that there was no formal curriculum based on public speaking at second level. That is why we developed the Speak Easy program.
Our curriculum focuses on the core skills of public speaking, developing confidence and impactful delivery, and the content. We have worked with 67 students across 3 schools, with each school getting a simple package and pricing model to suit their needs.
During the program, the students developed the confidence to speak in public. Some even took the opportunity to speak in front of their own parents and friends at their graduation.
Having successfully validated the Speak Easy model, we next sought to expand our scope and impact. We are delighted to announce today a new partnership with My Streets Ireland, a social enterprise that empowers people affected by homelessness, who become walking tour guides around Dublin. These people, like Paddy, they know the streets all too well, and they certainly have stories to tell. So with our help, he can now share these stories with many others.
So it's great to be working with Speak Easy because what they really do is what My Streets was set up to do, and that's to give people who've experienced homelessness a voice. Traditionally and typically, people who are homeless might be completely down their boots, who might have no confidence, and homelessness is really defined by the lack of a voice. To partner with Speak Easy, where they will deliver the presentation storytelling component of a full 3-month course.
It's amazing by the gesture of opening your arms, you're letting people into your world. It's powerful. I couldn't recommend it.
After a successful pilot, we have been invited back to My Streets Ireland for weekly sessions over a 3-month period with their guides. As well as this, we've been invited into a new training program for ex-offenders who will be working in Mountjoy Prison Museum. For this, we have signed up 28 new volunteers.
Speak Easy is a new, highly ambitious project. Our plans for next year is to scale the program and increase the number of students, schools, and organizations taking part. At Speak Easy, we are truly committed to helping people find their voice, because everyone has a story to tell.
Our next project, Second Scoop, embodies one of our key values, sustainability.
Each year, thousands of people flee their native country, seeking safety in Ireland, hoping for a new life. 5,800 people are living in direct provision centres across Ireland. They are left in legal limbo, faced with prolonged uncertainty, few opportunities, and are often acutely disenfranchised. Enter Second Scoop.
A corporate ice cream vendor targeting a pop-up ice cream vendor targeting corporate, social, and educational events. Our initiative provides upskilling, mentorship, and work experience to those living within direct provision. It promotes employability, educational development, and integration into Irish society.
Last year, Second Scoop successfully worked in Nkosi, an asylum seeker from Zimbabwe. This year, we've scaled our activities. We've increased our impacts and embraced our business offerings.
The Second Scoop premise is simple and sustainable. Firstly, we conduct a thorough needs assessment with all our members. Then, our curriculum development team carry out and deliver bespoke workshops to all our members. These cover topics such as resilience, personal development, cross-cultural adaptation, Irish history, and business practices.
Parallel to this, our business development team secures bookings for ice cream events. These events are provide valuable work experience for our members. Any revenue acquired during these events is put back into the business. It also covers the cost of wages and transport for our members.
This year, we've worked closely with Marie-Claire, Christina, Cecilia, Mariama, and Rorita, the self-proclaimed Fab Five.
I've gained a lot from Second Scope: communication, integration, exploring, coming out of my shell.
Right now, I know how to run my own business in Ireland. They are really helping us, even how to study. They'll help us if there's anything that we need. And I've met a lot of people, which I'm not regretting.
Second Scoop has had a successful year, running 17 events, generating over €2,900 in revenue. The skills and knowledge gained from the events and workshops carried out have helped 4 of the Fab 5 to be accepted into further education and part-time employment. Marie-Claire, who is here with us today, she'll be continuing with her degree in DCU and will hope to play a bigger role in the Enactus community.
Like many of us here today, these women had careers, homes, and goals before their lives were drastically uprooted. Second Scoop has given them the platform to find their voice again, and we have been privileged to listen to them. Our next project, Give Back, embodies one of our main values, scalability.
For the first time in our country's history, homelessness figures have reached over 10,000 people. As we speak, there are almost 4,000 children in Ireland living without a home. Through our social enterprise, giveback.ie, we are directly tackling this issue in a highly innovative way.
Give Back is a Google Chrome extension that is affiliated with over 1,200 of the world's biggest online retailers, including Amazon, Skyscanner, and Hotels.com. Leveraging the power of affiliate marketing, once installed, every time you make a purchase off one of our partner websites, between 1% and 10% of your total spend goes directly to giveback.ie at no extra cost to you.
Give Back has partnered with one of Ireland's most prominent homelessness charities, Inner City Helping Homeless, as they have the experience, knowledge, and expertise to maximize the impact of the revenue we generate.
Furthermore, we have impacted on people facing homelessness by training them in the area of digital literacy. These skills are valuable in today's smart economy, boosting self-esteem and employability prospects.
Giveback.ie has the power to revolutionize the way we tackle the homelessness crisis. In March, we received a massive financial boost and validation of our business model. We were chosen among 15 others in the Google.org Impact Challenge 2019. On the 19th of March 2019, we were awarded €50,000.
With this money and the support of Google, there is major progress planned for the coming months. Our Android and iOS apps are expected to be launched by August. Furthermore, 3 of our team this year will be employed full-time over the summer to scale the business.
Furthermore, we have been able to develop a new opt-out option, allowing us to adopt a push model. This allows Give Back to run out across entire organizations in just seconds.
As part of the Google Impact Challenge Network, we are now in talks with Google employees who are keen to assist on the delivery of our digital skills classes this summer.
Together, these initiatives are set to transform our user acquisition model and drive our revenue, bringing us ever closer to our ultimate goal of building Ireland's first transitional housing unit right here in Dublin.
GiveBack.ie is a unique social enterprise that aims to alleviate the funding problems which many charities face. With a steady revenue stream, this means GiveBack.ie and Inner City Helping Homeless can tackle the homelessness crisis, one download at a time.
But Speakeasy, Second Scoop and GiveBack.ie are only 3 of our current social enterprises. This year, we set up Utopia, an initiative empowering disadvantaged youth to progress onto higher education.
And Dyslexie, an award-winning program software which allows the dyslexic community to read more accessibly.
For Enactus DCU, this year has been our busiest ever. 5 projects, over 12,000 hours, 145 impacts, 56 lives on power, and over €58,000 in revenue.
We have scaled, sustained and innovated. We have embraced our core values and have helped empower people to find their voice, to tell their story. We are committed to listen,
To enact,
To scale,
To sustain,
we are Enactus DCU!
So we will now begin the question and answer session, and only judges may ask questions.
Thank you very much. In relation to GiveBack.ie, would you just clarify for me the revenue that you have reported of 50,640? 50,000 is the award from Google, yes? So 640 is what you've actually earned in the app. Did you tell me there were, or tell us there were 1,200 online retailers? That seems a very small return. Just explain a little bit about that. Thank you.
So thanks for your question. I'll take that one. Yep, so you're right. The revenue figure is the breakdown of the €50,000 we got from Google and around €670 that we generated from the extension this year. In total, we've got about 2,000, so over the last 2 years that GiveBack's been there. I suppose when we launched GiveBack last year, we thought, we were so excited about it, and we thought that everyone else would be too, and that they would automatically go and download our incredible Google Chrome extension. We were a little bit naive. It didn't quite pan out like that, and we've kind of had a big, steep learning curve this year. So we've had to look at our user acquisition model and build on it and develop it. The €50,000 from Google is really going to help us do that. One thing that we worked on during the year was adding in an opt-out functionality. So that means that we can pursue a push model as opposed to just a pull model. It can now be rolled out across entire organizations, and if you, for example, don't want GiveBack on your Google Chrome browser, you can then opt out. So this really helps us. Then the money from Google will also allow us to have people employed full-time to work on GiveBack during the summer. So that's how we're looking at that. Thank you.
You've given us your current or to-date impacts for Speakeasy. If you're projecting 3 years forward, where would the impacts be?
Yeah, so at the moment we've worked with 3 schools, and over 67 students. And they've actually already asked us to come back, and more schools have applied for the for the academic year. And then over the summer months, we have the partnership with My Streets Ireland, so that's also to scale over the whole country as well.
So regarding Speakeasy, I'm curious about your needs assessment. I hear you say that it's not taught in schools, therefore there was a need for it. So there's many things not taught in schools. What else did you do to establish that there was an actual need?
Yeah, so through our needs assessment, we interviewed secondary schools teachers, and they were astonished about that there actually is no need for us. And the whole point of us is to actually help their self-confidence, because a lot of us taught in school is all about the academics of education, whereas Speakeasy is to promote the other side of it, to help, as we all know, communication is an important skill. So that's what we found out in our needs assessment.
And just to follow on Speakeasy, what sort of research did you do on the content of what's delivered on the sessions, just to know that it would be worthwhile?
Yeah, thank you for your question. So that was also done through our interviews with secondary school teachers. We also learned from international best practice, such as like this Toastmaster, TED Talks, and also from professionals in public speaking. And that's how we developed the curriculum for the Speakeasy program.
You have 5 projects on the go. So how do you ensure that each of them gets the right level of focus so that they're all successful? So how do you govern so that happens?
So I'll take that one. So the structure of Enactus DCU is that we have a leadership team for the entire society. Then over the 5 projects, we have a team leader for each project, and within those, we have a team of people working below them. So there's quite a clear structure there. We meet every Monday night at our Enactus Academy sessions, and that's where everyone meets. So we split up into groups, kind of like a startup weekend if anyone's ever been, and that's where you work on your project, and then they get guidance from the leadership teams. So we have a really stable structure, and it's not always easy, but it works well for us.
Could I ask another question, please, around Second Scoop this time? You ran 17 events, and I guess there are 2 things I'd ask. One is empowering 6 seems relatively small for running 17 events aimed at training. And then the second question is, you told us the revenues were almost 3,000. What costs were involved?
Thank you for your question. So to answer the first part of it, yes, we ran 17 events, and I do see where you're coming from where it's only 6, but we wanted to give these ladies the full experience of how business works. So 17 events, they were all very diverse events. So we wanted to make sure they got the full advantage to doing that. So it might only seem like 6, but the workshops were the key part of what Second Scoop was about, more so than the events. Yes, the events were very much important, but what they learned in the workshops and the confidence they built, they then could bring that to the events. So the workshops had to be the key element of it. To answer your second question, the costs. So it's quite a simple accounting model.
Now last. Please join me in welcoming our thank